Hello everyone, welcome to this tutorial on how to play Territorial.io. Let's start. Right, step 1. Find a good spot. You want to pick a spot with a lot of land, like the spots that will show up on the screen. So yeah, for example this one is a good one. And now comes the second step, expansion. You want to enter attack at the end of the cycle, as you can see right here. This bar that fills up is the cycle bar. And yeah, see, I added my attack at the end of the cycle, which is what you want to do. You gotta practice this a bit if you want to really master it. But yeah, that's basically the way to expand. Because at the end of the cycle, you get a troop bonus. At the end of the cycle, you get the same amount of troops as you have pixels, right here. But this has all been shattered because of the new update. Thanks, David. This is the best expansion. Yeah, that's basically it. I'll put up the information on screen about how to do this. Alright, so step 3 is attacking boss efficiently. You want to attack your boss using 7 to 30% of your troops, which you can select down here in your slider. And you obviously want to attack the boss as efficiently as possible. And pretty fast too, because the people like to grab land fast. You gotta attack the boss while they're weak, when they have like half the amount of troops you have selected on your slider. Like that's a good moment to attack them. And you don't want to attack the boss after the 7th cycle, because then they'll get their troops back. Like, if I attack, for example, this Bukhara Empire, after the 7th cycle, see, they got their troops back. Now, granted, I'm so strong, it doesn't matter at this point, but in the early game, it will matter a lot. So you need to just really focus on that and look at the cycle bar and not attack after the 7th tick. And here comes the montage of me cleaning the map as efficiently as possible. Alright, now that we've gotten the basics out of the way, let's talk about how and where to spawn in multiplayer. So you want to pick a spot that is isolated from everybody else and where there's a good pocket of land to grab immediately. But in teams mode, you want to pick a spot where there's not a lot of teammate bots, because you can't attack your own bots. Like spots like this, for example, you should avoid. And a good spot is a spot where there's not a lot of red bots in my situation. Oh, and yeah, never random spawn, because you might end up in Antarctica or somewhere. And also, I'd recommend not spawning in the middle, because you could get easily ganged up on, and you might just cut everybody off and die. So try to pick a corner, or just a spot where not a lot of people can gang up on you. Alright, the next step is picking your targets. Like, look at my 5 neighbors over here. Canada, Arda, Imperio, Player 746, and Apollyon. Which of these 5 people is the best target? I'll give you 5 seconds to guess. It's not Canada, if you guessed Canada, because then I'll open myself up to Void Ash, which is more neighbors, which you don't want in this game. And Canada has a good amount of troops. If I attack Arda, I'll be in the middle, and I'll touch this World guy, and the same Void Ash guy possibly. And this guy just has even more troops than Canada. If you guessed Imperio Gelasiense, I don't know how to pronounce that, also wrong. I have bad borders on. If I get full set, I get none of the land, and I'll open myself up to Klaus, Chicken, Russia, and this World guy. If I attack player 746, I'll just die, because he's bigger than me, and he's almost stronger than me. So there's no way I can take him out, unless other people join in with me. So the best target, and if you guessed it right, congratulations, it's Apollyon. He's the weakest by far, and he has a good amount of land. I think he has like similar amount of land to Imperio Gelasiense over here. And I won't open myself up to too many people. And about touching other people, the next step is border management. You don't want to touch people you don't want to touch. Yeah. For example, if I am in the middle and I touch a lot of players, they could all gang up on me, right? That's why you also always want to pick a corner, because there's a smaller chance that you get ganged up on. Like for example, after I take out a Polyam over here, I have the crown. Yeah, I traded with this guy, and I am a bit weak. So he attacked me eventually. Right here, I think, is the moment when he attacked me. Come on, yes, see? And then everybody started ganging up on me. And ganging up is also a step you need to master. Only need to gang up on people though, if it's viable for you. If you have good borders on them, or if the person is just way too overpowered. Like you always need to gang up on someone if he has 35 to 40% occupation. Which you can see if I click H, the biggest player in the world. Like player 746 has 12% of the world. That's what I mean right here. And if he gets 35 or 40%, you need to stop fighting everybody else and just focus on him and get everybody to gang up on him because he's about to win the game then. If the player has 50% of the map, it's over. So about border management, like if I attack Schwuler, I'll just open myself up to Russia and Netherlands with 1,000,000 troops. I have 2,000,000. They could easily gang up on me. And another step is defending. If you're getting attacked by someone bigger than you, or if you get ganged up on, don't try to attack back. Try to peace out, like offer truces around here, or threaten the boo or the full set. Because then people will get scared of you. If you full send them, uh, their chances of winning will be really low. Especially like if I full set Canada, because I'm bigger than them. So yeah, you want to just find your targets, and if you get attacked, just defend up. Like I chose top of everybody else, and then I started ganging up on player 746 together with Arda. Then he also got full set, which was unlucky. And in the full set game mode, you also need a bit of luck to win, because yeah, full sets could neither make you lose or they could just help you out. And just try to gang up on small targets or on the big target if they are getting too big, or gang up on the big targets if you have good borders on them. And then, when you get into the end game, and these two players start ganging up on you, in this example, it's Canada and Russia, here's what you need to do to survive the gang up and win the game. Attack using 10 to 15% of your troops, and attack the one who likes to over-attack. The one who keeps attacking you back when you attack him is a good target, because you need to just defend up if you're getting attacked, especially if you're getting attacked by the crown, but a lot of players don't understand that. Well, Canada did a good job here, I can just show you. If I set it to 3, see? Russia kept attacking me back, which was a mistake. Well, Canada was doing it pretty well, and also Prussia helped me, which helped out a lot. But even if Prussia didn't help me, I would have still been fine. Just try to keep your number at red interest, and attack the ones back who attack you. Especially if they're getting big, you will always want to focus on a bigger target, or if the other target is just real weak, you can also attack them. And see, like that, I just eliminated Russia pretty much, and then I just focused on Canada and won the game. I could just speed it up right here. And I voted for peace with Russia because they helped me out. And yeah, that's all that you need to know for winning free-for-alls. Okay, so now that we've talked about the FFA part, let's dive into the teams part. The team games are one of the most fun game modes in the game, and it basically keeps the game alive too. And yeah, let me tell you how to play teams mode. So in Territorial IO, you can have starting from 2 teams all the way up to 8 teams. So yeah, 8 teams is basically just a free-for-all sometimes. But yeah, let's start with the 2 teams strategy. In 2 teams, the strategy is to just attack with your team. No matter how many troops you have, you just always want to attack one person together with your team. Like see, I'm expanding into bots. Also, another quick step. See, I let the black bots clear out my red bots, because the red bots can't be attacked by you because they're your teammate, right? So they'll just take up the land that you need. So just wait for some black bots or players to clear out an area, and then only attack. For example, these bots over here conquered my red bots, so I could conquer them. And this guy's getting pretty big over here, but for now he's not a threat, and I'm expanding. and this also this Casas guy full sended or full donated, I don't know. And then Muslim full sent me for some reason, and I just conquer all the bots, send some islands, send the boats to some islands over here, and see this guy's getting really big, right? So I ask everybody on my team to attack him, and I attack him as well. Yes, I don't have red interest, right? But if we all gang up on him, who's gonna get to me? These guys are all over here. I'll have enough time to build up and just attack this guy together with my team, because we have the numbers together. And even if I get cut off, which I do, I could donate, right? But I decided to not donate. I decided to send a boat, as you can see over here. Send a boat over here into Italy. And you can also attack some players to get to some weaker players. Because this is two teams. Like, all the black players are your enemies. There's no friendship in this one. No alliances. Look, look. I attack him. See? And then I just attack Wales, right? This is a beautiful border, by the way. Imperio tries to attack me off, but it doesn't work. And I have more troops than him now. And I just save up, as I almost cut off Crispy Cardinal, but I realized that I was doing that. And I just stopped my attack right here. I think he did cut it off. Okay. Well, the bot cut him off, but then Arda Bay attacked the bot, which is a mistake. And I just cleaned up the rest over here, you know. And Crispy Cardinal started attacking the Arda Bay. And then I joined in as well, and we finished off this game. But yeah, attack players if you have teammates that can help you with it. Because no matter how many troops you have, if you just all go together, you can take him down. Unless he's like 3 times your size or something, you know? And just try to get continents or something ready and back lines. And also about donations, um, you want to donate like 10 to 15% of your troops, and you want to do it once every cycle at red interest. Okay, so now you know how to donate. But now comes the question: who do you want to donate? You want to obviously donate the biggest player because he can gain the most interest, which means he can gain more troops faster. But sometimes the biggest player is cut off, like for example in this situation, and you want to donate someone who can grab a lot of land, or for example get into the back lines, like this British Raj guy, for example. He can't grab a lot of land, so donating him won't do a lot. But this guy, for example, he could gain some land over here, so I could donate it. Or maybe even this guy, because he could grab all of France if we help him. So you really just need to practice and play to analyze the game better, and knowing who to donate will become easier and easier the more you play. Now let's move on to the three teams. Alright, so I'm right here in the three teams match, and I see red is dominating. What I did is let the red boss take my teammates out, the same as the two teams, and then I just went through all these bots, because it's a lot of free land to grab. Strategy is basically the same as in two teams. You just want to attack with your team, and just pick out targets you can attack with. But here, you only have a few teammates, so here it's kind of a free for all, but at the same time it's not. I try to avoid touch borders with player 846 because he has more troops than me. And since that is weak, I want to attack him eventually. And same with this guy, but spoiler, I never attacked him. CZ is overextending here, and I just attack him. And at this point, I can just grab the boss because I'm touching touching borders with this guy anyway. My teammate did a good job at consolidating over here. I just take out these guys over here, and yeah, then we vote for peace. And in this situation, yeah, you just need to avoid touching borders with some people, especially if they're bigger than you. And again, it's just basically the same as two teams, but here you need to try to get a corner or a continent, because here you can't just spread out, because there are three teams, not two. You could just be in the middle and then get ganged up on by the two of the teams. So this is probably one of the hardest ones, I'd say. Three teams is probably one of the hardest most to play. I mean, obviously it depends on the match. Some matches could be easy, some matches could be hard. But yeah, just keep in mind that you need to actually pick a spot collectively as a team. Now, the 4 to 8 teams game modes are all kind of similar, so the next step is gonna be just for all of them, basically. Alright, so here I am in an 18 game, and I have a teammate, his name is Redacted, and I ask him to attack Roro, which you should do. See, he has double Roro's troops, but he doesn't do it, even though he could have benefited from it. And I was ready to give him money. I even gave him like 500,000, which went to waste because he didn't attack Roro. I basically just saved up, which you want to do, because there's not a lot of players in this one. And I attacked the north because he was the weakest target, obviously. And I got the silent. This guy also like kept attacking me on the islands. He was so mad I pushed him out. And then I started attacking BH so I could border Roro because Roro was attacking Redacted. And then we started fighting him down, and Roro full set me, but Redacted was AFK or stuff. He did not notice it until the very last second, which made Germany the crown. So yeah, I was thinking about what to do next, and I decided to take on the Trabzon Empire because the black team was powerful, and I needed to limit their power. Now here, um, Germany could have easily won because they could have kept attacking Redacted, and Redacted kept sitting at max cap, so I couldn't really save him with my money. Yeah, here we tried to vote for peace and ended in a stalemate. And see, they attacked him, and I can boat over here, but they kept blocking my boats. And I can't set out too many, because then Telp might attack me. So this guy really just screwed me over, to be honest. Him not getting all of that land really sucked. But eventually this guy made a misplay. First of all, he overattacked. Don't do that, especially not in team games. And then this guy just yeah got borders with me, and of course I then managed to take him out. And luckily Telp also joined in, which made Germany really mad, and they basically full sent Telp. And yeah, I won. So yeah, remember, in a team game, one big player is stronger than two players who have two players on the same team who are same size as the guy who's alone on the team, because he gets more interest. So if you see like a team dominating, like they have 50% for example, and there's another guy who has 30%, but he has the crown, getting up on the crown um, until yeah, the red team gets a bit too overpowered, obviously. And yeah, that's basically it for the teams mode. Now let's go on to the boating. Now the next step is boating. If you can become a boat master, life will become a lot easier. For example, you spawn in South America, like Brazil, and you want to have opportunities. You're stuck. You can send some boats out in the early game, for example, to North America, Africa, Europe, Antarctica. And if someone full sends in those continents, you can grab some land and just grow an empire easier and maybe bigger even, you know? And in team games, it could matter as well. For example, your team is losing North America and you're the crown. You could just use your little island you got here earlier to just push everybody out of there. And same in every other continent, obviously. In FFA, it could even matter just to become big. But don't overdo it. You don't want your borders to look like something like this. And yeah, if they do look like that, you could get ganged up on because people won't like your borders and they'll think it's ugly, and they are obviously gonna attack you, especially if you have the crown. So don't overdo it. You gotta just practice until you master it, basically. But yeah, these setting out like boats into small places can really be helpful. Also, one thing with the boats, you can also find weak spots using boats. Like for example, see the backlines of the red team right here is really weak. I could just go through here with a boat and take all of this for myself. And see, I will just be able to conquer all of the backlines. So that's also one thing boats are useful for. Um, this is going to be really important, especially in team games. If you can find weak spots using boats, uh, you will be a pretty good player, and you can just devastate the backlines of other teams, just like this. Boats can also be useful for border management. For example, let's say you want to attack Oldenburg, but you don't want to touch borders with Pomerania because they might gang up on you or something. You can just attack, but then the next attack you see, oh wait, I'm gonna touch borders with Pomerania. You can do stuff like this. See? Both attacks will always go in like a square that will just expand, and it's really useful. Now you need to know how to do this to do this well, because you might mess up and still touch the player. But yeah, that's also a good use for boats, as you can see right here. And also one thing about the boats, you can boat block if you didn't know that. Like for example, see, this is a boat with 1,000 troops. If I said like 10,000 over here, I will just destroy this boat. This is especially helpful when you are getting ganged up on and someone doesn't have borders on you, but he sets a boat over to you. You can just block it. So yeah, that's a useful feature. It's a really useful one, and if you know how to use it, you can avoid gang ups easier. So that was basically it for today's video. I hope you learned something new, and hopefully you can play the game better now. This is my first time doing a huge video with a lot of edits, so the sound effects are gonna be maybe a bit weird and the editing style. So yeah, please don't please don't hate me for that. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. You'll love to see this tutorial, I guess.